A step-by-step guide to setting up your workstation. We're now going to look at some of the common chair features. Understand that not all ergonomic chairs are the same. Your chair should go up and down with one lever. You may have a seat pan slide where you can adjust the seat pan in and out to suit your needs. You may have a chair with a seat pan tilt so that you can adjust the angle of the seat pan. Your backrest height should go up and down, and you may also have a chair where you can recline the backrest. If you have a chair with armrests, hopefully these can be adjusted to suit your needs. Your chair should have 5 casters. The gas strut should stay the same throughout the duration of the week, meaning the chair stays at the same height that you set, and the material and comfort of your chair should be appropriate for your needs. The first step in setting up your workstation is adjusting your chair. Start seated on your chair with your feet flat on the ground. First, we check the seat pan depth to ensure that it's set up appropriately for you. There should be between 1 and 4 fingers gap between the front of the chair and behind your calf. If you have a seat pan slide, adjust this to a position that allows this degree of space. The next step is adjusting the seat pan tilt. The majority of workers typically have a seat pan tilt that is flat. If your chair does not have this feature, the default position will be flat. You should be in a position where your knees are slightly lower than your hips. You may have a downward slope from your hip to knee. Next, we need to check the backrest support. We're now looking to support the low and mid back. You will need to adjust the backrest height to a position that supports the low back and mid back. The primary curve of the chair should sit just above your belt line, so adjust the backrest height to support your spine. Once you've found this position, we will then adjust the backrest angle. The majority of workers prefer a backrest angle that is just off upright, so you may have the backrest reclined between 10 and 20 degrees off upright. Lock the chair in this position. We will then adjust the chair height to suit your needs. Now, the chair should be sitting at a height where your forearms are just above the desk height. This will ensure that you have supported forearms when using the keyboard and mouse, so adjust the chair. If you have armrests, please adjust these so that they do not interfere with the desk edge. Now that you've adjusted your chair to the right height, check that your feet comfortably touch the ground. If they do not, you will require a footrest. When using a footrest, your knees should still be lower than your hips. Next, we will check for thigh clearance. There should be space between your thigh and the undersurface of the desk. Step-by-step guide to setting up the keyboard and mouse. The keyboard should sit 10 to 25 centimeters from the edge of the desk to allow for supported forearms when using the keyboard. A keyboard that's too far away will require reaching, awkward wrist positions, and upper limb stress. A keyboard that's too close to the edge of the desk may put pressure on the wrist and require the person to maintain all of the weight through their upper limbs and shoulders. Using the keyboard, we should have neutral wrist positions. When sitting too high, we could have awkward wrist extension. The ideal mouse position is one where the mouse is sitting adjacent to the keyboard with the neutral upper limb. Awkward mouse use requires a person to be reaching far away in front of them or to the side of the body. We should have a neutral wrist position when using the mouse. We want to avoid awkward extension positions through the wrist. A step-by-step guide to setting up the monitors. Check that your monitors are at the correct distance. The monitor should be approximately arm's length away from you when you're sitting in the typing position. Adjust the monitor depth appropriately. Check that your monitors are at the correct height. Ideally, when you're sitting in an upright supported position, your eye line is falling on the top third of the screen. If you're using just one monitor, sit with the one monitor directly in front, arm's length away with your eye line falling on the top third of the screen. If you use two monitors, with one monitor being used the majority of the time. For example, 70, 80 or 90% of the time, sit with the main monitor directly in the front and the secondary monitor to the side. If you're using two monitors equally, sit directly between the two monitors. A monitor that is too low will result in awkward neck and trunk positions and may result in one to slouch. Opposite to this is a monitor that's too high, which will also result in awkward neck positions. A monitor that sits too close to you, so closer than arm's length away, may cause visual strain and discomfort. A monitor that's too far away may also cause visual strain and discomfort, and as one gets tired, they may start to slouch and move towards the monitor. How to adjust your sit-stand desk. When adjusting your desk from sitting to standing, you will raise the desk up to a height so that when you're standing, your forearms are just above the desk height when using the keyboard and mouse. Double check that the screen heights are appropriate, and if not, please adjust these. Move the chair out of the way and place it underneath the desk to create more space. The goal is to adjust and change positions regularly throughout the day from sitting to standing in order to create movement throughout the day.